Okay, here's your instructions for the lab. I'm in a meeting. First of all, I wanted to show you the two kinds of microscopes that we have here at the school. We have what's called a stereoscopic. This one has two eyes. Put your two eyes up to it. And we have the monoscopic. There are benefits to both and drawbacks to both. The stereoscopic, you can take this penny and you can put it under there and turn the light on, and you can study Abraham's face or whatever. But if you put this penny in this microscope, it would just block the light and you'd just see a big black spot. So the drawback to this one is you turn this collar right here to change it from 1 time to 3 times. The eyepieces have 10 times, so 10 times 3 is 30. So about 30 times magnification is all this one will go. But again, you can look at things like your fingerprint, for example. This one, you have to have light passing through the object. That's the reason this one uses these slides. Light has to pass through it or you can't see it. If you recall, Mr. Hook in your book read, he made his own microscope and he cut cork so thin that light could pass through it. So he could actually see it under his homemade microscope. Okay, anyway, what you're going to do is you have a prepared slide. You are going to put that on your microscope, and this is the ones we're using today. We'll use these for other purposes. But this particular slide, if you look at it, you can see that it's got a bug on it. So I'm going to put it under here, and I'm going to put that bug where I'm pretty sure it's going to show up. I'm going to put the feet down, turn it on, and when I look in here, I'm going to keep it on low power. It's got a rotating nose piece. Again, this piece has 10 times. This one I think has 4 times, which is 10 times 4 is 40. The medium, I believe, is 100, so 10 times 100. Excuse me, this one has 10. 10 times 10 is 100. This one has, it looks like, 40. So 10 times 40 is 400. But you always start at the low power. If you don't start at the low power, you'll be nothing but frustrated. Look in here and move the item around, get it to the center. Turn this to focus it in. Once you get it focused in, you're going to turn it to medium power. Don't start on high power. But anyway, you'll make sure this is centered again. And you might want to note that when you move the slide, you have to move it the opposite way that you think. If it looks like it needs to move towards you, move it away from you. It's flipped the view. I'm going to focus this in. Okay, now when you turn it to high power, be careful not to move your slide with this because it's really, really low. So I'm going to look. Nope. If you were going to hit your slide, you could always refocus because when you focus, you lower the stage a little, and then you could put this in. And you should just have to focus in at this point on the object and look at it. That's how this microscope works. I will tell you, you cannot just start on high power because if you're multiplying the view by 400 times, every time you move this slide 1 millimeter, it looks like you're moving at 400 millimeters. So you try to move it in high power and all of a sudden you've lost the thing you're looking at and you can't find it again. So to keep yourself from being frustrated, always start at low, move to medium, go to high. Okay, so we're going to make 2 slides. One is of an onion. I give you a piece of onion, you're going to turn it to the white side, do a little scrape with your fingernail on one of the corners, and you literally can lift off some onion that's just a little thin. It's literally tissue paper thin. I don't want to fold it or wrinkle it or roll it up, but I'm going to lay it on a slide flat. And if you have any wrinkles, then that's not the place you want to look at. Then you have some iodine. You're going to take, you don't want a full drop of iodine. I just usually take it and kind of tap it around. If you put a full drop on there, it will stain your clothes and it will stain your hands. So anyway, I'm going to let this roll around. Yesterday we were putting cover slips on it, which look like this, but what we found yesterday was that was making air bubbles. and people weren't able to see it. So then you will put your slide in here, and you'll go look at the onion skin. You'll go from low, medium to high, and then you will take the little pieces of paper that were given to you, and you will draw a picture of what you see. Then you will use your Chromebook, snap a picture of that picture, and copy and paste it where that picture is supposed to go. Remember, it's going to paste where your cursor is. Anyway, so then you're going to clean your slide. I'm not going to. I'm going to get a new one so this video isn't 5 hours long. And you can get a Q-tip. They're clean. I just bought them, just opened them. Make sure your slide is clean. If it isn't clean, put it under the water and dry it off. But you're going to take this Q-tip and you're going to rub it on the inside of your cheek for 30 seconds. Don't dig a hole. It shouldn't be painful. And by the way, you don't have to do this. If nobody at your table is willing to do this, then you'll have to look at somebody else's table's slide. But it's not that big a deal. You're going to see a cell of your own body, an animal cell. So we're already in there. You're supposed to do that for 30 seconds. I'm not going to because this video can't be that long. I'm going to kind of dab and roll this. See if I'm getting any on there by looking in the light. I am. Dab and roll this. Throw it away. And then you'll take your iodine. You'll put just a little bit of iodine where you put those. I'm going to swish it around. Iodine actually colors the cells because cells are clear. And again, without putting a cover slip on it, I'm going to put it under here. Whoa, put it under here. Low power, medium power, high power. I'll just flip my paper over, draw a picture of what I see. What you're looking for is a blob-shaped something with a nucleus in it. Keep looking. They're there because since we didn't take a slice of skin, you're just going to have to find where they landed. So it might just be one. It might be two stuck together. Anyway, draw a picture of it. Take a picture and copy and paste it where it asks for the plant or the animal cell picture. All right, have fun.